Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What's going on right now in Africa reminds me, and Asia, and I'm going to explain exactly what I mean, reminds me of the scramble for Africa. Remember, if that was an effort of fast colonization of a few European countries who are trying to get as much as they can as soon as possible from Africa, like countries, and colonize them, get resources, and then give them infrastructure and other stuff. So now, if you paid attention, the Russians were in Africa, the Chinese delegations were in Africa, the American delegations, and now the French is in Africa. They're all trying to offer, this is what's going on over there. Hey, if you are on my side, I will give you this, I will give you this, we're going to do this together. Okay, and I will defend you from those guys. Now the other guys come from the other door B. This was door A. Door B, hey, if you're with us, we're going to do this, invest, we're going to give you this, and we're going to protect you from the guys from the door A. And then you have the door C. That's what's going on in Africa. It's not a coincidence that these guys are just all of a sudden, all of them are visiting Africa. Because why? Okay, it's a marketplace right now of influence. I give you this, you are with me. And the thing is, before, United States was the kind of like the only one able to do that. A little other European countries were able to do that. China worked underneath the table, and it seems like Africa is mostly in its pockets. But it's too late for these guys. We'll find out though. The same thing with Asia, with Middle East, and Asia too. Remember when it was the Japanese, the American delegation, not the Russian or the Chinese too. They went to the Pacific Islands. They went into East Asia. Remember, they went to India. They went to Pakistan. They went to Vietnam, trying to see the same thing. Who's who? The Japanese Prime Minister was very, very active in doing that right at the beginning of the war in Ukraine. And then we have Middle East. They're all going to meet Mr. Salman, Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia. They're all friends now, and they're all try to, hey, I'm going to give you this, give me oil, don't give them, give me, and increase the supply, lower the prices. And they've been over there, not only the guys from the Middle East, like you have Erdogan coming, the new prime minister of Pakistan, and other guys. It's just Blinken, I think, no, what's his name? Jack Sullivan was over there, he got yelled at, and Biden was over there. So they try to figure out new connections. Now, here we have a situation where President Macron visits Africa as well, and he talks smack, and then he gets smacked back by Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. So this article comes from Republic World from yesterday, July 29th, 2022. Russian Foreign Minister slams France's Macron for calling Moscow imperial colonial power. All right. And I'm quoting, as for President Macron and his statements, indeed, in general, one could expect more ethical statements from the French, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said. So Sergei Lavrov on Friday, July 29th, lambasted French President Emmanuel Macron for his barbs directed at Moscow, wherein the irate French leader dismissed Russia as, and I'm quoting, one of the last imperial colonial powers, end quote, of the early 20th, even the 19th century, end quote. Reacting to the French leader's scathing statements, the Russian foreign minister reacted by saying that he had expected more ethical statements from the French side. What does that mean? Look at your yard, look at the other guys who have what, 160, how many bases the United States has over the world? Who's imperial here? Who started what? How many invasions? How many invasions of countries, sovereign countries? And who's the imperial? And France participated, don't get me wrong. They had troops in Afghanistan, they have in Iraq, they had with Libya. Yeah, I watched some videos, for instance, with the foreign legion in Afghanistan, still available. Macron, during his three-nation tour to Africa, widely disparaged the Russian regime as he delivered a criticism-laden speech in the former French colony. Colony? Oh, okay. Former, okay. Of Benin and Cameroon in Africa, where he had embarked on a visit this week to reset ties. I'm going to give you this, man. How much did they give you? I'm going to give you more. The French president claimed that's how they treat them. That's for sure. Nice, diplomatic words and so on, blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is this. This is a transaction. I'm going to give you money. I will protect you. I will invest. And you personally will going to benefit. And I will recognize your country as you're developing, you're great, you're doing a good job, boy, doing a good job. Yeah, just be with me. That's the bottom line of what's happening, but in a nicer, diplomatic, civilized way. It makes me throw up. The French president claimed that the Russian Federation is trying to assert its stronghold in the African region. What about you? Critically using fuel and food as leverage and new money and weapons, and that it is waging an imperial-style war of contest. Now they have the money and they have the energy and they have the capability. Before this, only you guys had it. That's the big problem. Before it was just United States, Great Britain, France, Germany a little bit, and that's about it. Japan here and there, that's it. But now you have China, now you have Russia, now you have other countries who have financial power and military power to do that, and they challenge they offer more. You offer this kind, they offer the same kind at a cheaper price. It's the same BS. But no, they're angry about it. Russia has started a new kind of hybrid world war. No, they challenge you. Macron said at a briefing in Africa's Cameroon during a speech made alongside Benin counterpart Patrice Talon. Russia is one of the last imperial colonial powers. It decides to invade a neighboring country to defend its interests. Yeah, okay. What about Iraq? What about Yugoslavia? What about Afghanistan? What about Libya? It doesn't mean that you can't say these things, but I would be a little bit more self-aware of my BS first. I would say, no, I'm an asshole pointing out to another asshole. That's how it should be. And you guys, you have to pick between two assholes. No, they say, that's an asshole, I'm a saint, pick me. And that's it. When you see them, I'm quoting again, when you see them popping up over here, that's what's happening. Oh my God, because they're tards and they don't understand. That's very patronizing, my man. Macron warns of Russia's diplomatic and military expansionist agenda. Yeah, they started something that you guys are way ahead. You're way ahead of Russia. Russia is just starting its trip. That's the first two steps. And you have 50,000 miles ahead. It's a territorial war, the likes of which we thought had disappeared from European soil. No, it was Yugoslavia too. And what you did with Yugoslavia, you destroyed a country. That's what you did, that you formed. You. So, Yugoslavia was formed artificially from different ethnic groups, and that's how it came to Yugoslavia. Good, great, excellent. And then diversity somehow did not work, but it's going to work elsewhere. Yeah, okay. So Mr. Macron, got a fierce response from Lavrov, and he said, as for President Macron and his statement, indeed, in general, one could expect more ethical statements from the French, because he said, if I remember correctly, something like the following, that he is worried about Russia's military and diplomatic activity in Africa, and that he would not even call it cooperation, but support for absolutely failed, illegitimate regimes and juntas. And that he would not even call it cooperation, but support for absolutely failed illegitimate regimes and juntas. Yeah, well, that's what when you think that mass media covers for you, people don't remember things, and you can say whatever you want. I'm not saying Lavrov or Russia is doing something great, but is not doing anything that the other guys did not do and are continuing to do. Assert their influence with money, weapons, threat, and blackmail. I don't know what Russia does right now, because it seems like they're kind of new in Africa and other areas. But look at the military bases of United States, and look outside of United States, and look at the military bases of Russia, outside of Russia. And you tell me who's imperialist? Oh, they just keep control over everybody? Oh, who appointed you the policeman of the world? So everywhere you go, you can poke the eyes of these guys who claim that Russia. I'm not saying Russia is fantastic or is no, but you're an asshole, and you point out to another asshole and you think, no, I'm not an asshole, he's an asshole. But you were an asshole big time right in Africa to your colonies. So you have a big history, and these guys what? So hypocritical, but it's okay, they're desperate. When they ramp up their rhetoric and they start using this kind of insults and this kind of lack of self-awareness, that means they're desperate. They're losing somewhere. Otherwise, they would be more calm about it. But they're losing that. Well, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.